Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have joined me here before. I have got a sneak peek from Diamond Art Club to share with you today. This is the very beautiful Dream Portal by Becca Tindol, who is an enormously popular artist that Diamond Art Club licenses the artwork of, and I love her work. I've got, several of her pieces. If you know anything about me, you'll know I'm always harping on about bright colours and how much I enjoy working with bright colours in diamond painting. So how could I not love a painting that looks like this? Excuse me in advance for any noise in the background. My kitten Charlie is galloping around like he thinks he's a horse. I don't know how much my mic will pick up, but yeah, if there's any weird noises, it's going to be his fault. So this kit is 65 by 83.9 centimeters, so it's getting on for a pretty hefty size, and it has got square drills, and it is coming out this Saturday, October the 18th. There are two different times to look out for Saturday releases. So if you qualify for early access, which will be because you are a Diamond or Ruby member of Diamond Art Club's rewards tier structure, you get to start shopping half an hour earlier. So that's going to be at 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time, or 5 PM UK time. If you don't qualify for that, don't worry, because they restock everything for general release, so you've got a chance to buy everything again just half an hour later. So that's 9:30 AM Pacific time, 12:30 PM Eastern time, or 5:30 PM UK time. And yeah, if you live in a different time zone and none of those work for you, just plug it into Google and it will tell you what the conversion is to your time zone. So it's got 92 colours. So just a few colours to be getting on with, and that includes 3 Aurora Borealis diamonds and 6 Fairy Dust diamonds. If you don't know what that means, don't worry, I'll explain as we go through. And it's got a little under 88,000 drills. So yeah, it is a big painting, but I wouldn't say it's quite in my big and beastie category. It's a little bit smaller and a little bit more manageable feeling. Okay, let's get the cover off. As you may have noticed, the artwork is wrapped around the box, so it's nice and easy to see which kit is which if you've got a few stashed away in your storage. There's also a full image here, another full image here, and a teeny tiny one at the bottom. So again, just however you store your kits, you're going to be looked after there. Let's get in and take a look. So inside this outer box is this sturdy tray for an extra level of protection for your kit. And in here we have got a toolkit, the diamond painting and drills, and then this little pouch here. So first of all, let's look at the toolkit. So this is Diamond Art Club's toolkit. This is the standard toolkit that you will get with any kits that are a kind of large full size. They do have a slightly different kit for smaller projects. And it has got a few goodies in. So first of all, you've got a little roll of baggies, always helpful to have. And then, oh, the lids come off. Let's show you how it's supposed to look. So this is your pen. Charlie is rather distracting. I'm so sorry if you can hear him thumping around in the background. This is the pen. So it has got an ergonomic feel to it. It's a little bit thicker than the typical plastic kit pens you get. This end has got a 4-placer preloaded for you, and this is a standard pen end. So if you have other places you prefer to use, they should work in here too, as long as they're the push-in type, not the twisty type. And on this end, sorry about my camera focus, if I take off the lid, you see the twist and pick applicator. So what we do with this, you'll see in there, it's already preloaded with wax. So you just twist and it forces some of that wax up into the nib, and then you can see that is all ready to go there. So your wax won't get pulled out of the pen like it can be sometimes by your drills, because it's all attached. When you are either done with that wax, or if there's a different wax or putty that you prefer to use from the get-go, you can just unscrew this chamber and either just fill it or scrape all of that out and refill it depending on what you're doing, and then you're good to go again. And then we have the tray. Ooh, a little bit of fluff on that. So this is a really nice size tray. I really appreciate having a bigger tray than, you know, what we used to get because they weren't terribly useful for me. This has got a lid that slides off like this. And then inside there is a stopper, which will come out once the lid is off. And as you can hopefully get an idea of, it's a nice size tray. You know, there's a lot more room in here for lining up your drills than in the old style of tray that they used to send. And it's got higher sides as well, all the better for shaking your drills without them going everywhere. You've also got in here a 7 placer in case you prefer that for the end of your pen. And you have got 2 types of wax. So you've got the clear wax there, which is what was already loaded in the pen. And then there is pink wax, just in case that is your preference, because this was their old formulation of wax and some people missed it. Okay, so that is, oops, I completely missed then. That is the toolkit. Next up is this pouch, which has got all sorts of useful information in, so do not skip this. So we open it up like so by pulling the tabs together, and inside, we'll look at these in a moment. Inside, printed on all of the flaps, is all sorts of useful information. So you've got tips and tricks at the top and step-by-step instructions, because everyone's got to start somewhere. Maybe this is your first ever diamond painting. You've got a link to their VIP Facebook group, which is a great resource. You do need to have made a purchase from Diamond Art Club beforehand, and they will vet people. So if your Facebook name doesn't match the name on your Diamond Art Club account, you may need to get in touch with customer services. This is how to use and refill the pen that I just showed you. And down here we've got a list of the kit contents, so you can take everything off. And over here you have got save 20% off your first app purchase. Very important to know that you never need to pay full price for Diamond Art Club. The list price that you see on the website, you literally never need to pay it. They are often having sales and special deals, but even if that's not the case at the moment, there is an evergreen code that you can always use. If you don't know what I mean, make sure you join the Facebook group and you will find out. But yeah, this particular one is for the first time you purchase off their app as opposed to the website. Also, if you have never purchased from Diamond Art Club before and you would like to use either of my affiliate codes, you are more than welcome to. Obviously, don't feel obligated because I would make a small amount of commission. But CAT20 would give you 20% off your first ever order, or CAT10 would give you $10 US off, or the equivalent in your local currency. Okay. Next up, here is the Treasure Quest card. Always hard to show you on camera because it's all holographic and pretty, so it goes a bit weird in the viewfinder. But you should get these in most of your kits now, and they're just a really nice collector item. So this one is a bronze card, which I can tell by the colour of the border. It also says on the back here that it's bronze, and most of the cards that you receive are going to be bronze. It's not kit dependent. So just because I received a bronze card in this particular kit doesn't mean you will necessarily get a bronze card in this kit, but they are by far the most common. If you don't have a bronze card, you will have either a silver, gold or black card, and those get more rare as you go through the colours as I listed them. And the purpose of that is, well, partly it's kind of a bit more of a fun collectors-y thing, and it's fun if you get a rare one. But probably more importantly, you can use them to claim rewards. So there is a website down here, website address, which is diamondartclub.com/redeem. If you can't read it, because it's teeny tiny. And if you go check that out, it will tell you what combinations of cards you would need to have in order to claim rewards. And the rewards are things like really nice big juicy gift cards, or even a custom kit from Diamond Art Club. So what you do is you look and you see how many you need. And once you've got enough, you scratch off this panel on all of your cards. It will give you a code and you will enter all of those on the website to make your claim. And then the other thing in that pouch is the sticky labels. So it comes in a little fold out thingy like this. Hi, Charlie. I wondered when you'd make an appearance. He's so nosy. He can never stay away for too long. So you've got individually cut stickers on the front here, which are great for a logbook, and also on the back you have individually cut stickers, including this lovely one of the image. Oh, this is such a fun one. Honestly, those colours are going to be everything to work with. And then inside you can see all of the labels for all of your colours. So we've got nice clear looking symbols, just what I expect. I see some alphanumerical ones, but a lot of shapes. But generally the print quality on a DAC is so clear that, you know, even more complex symbols can be pretty easy to read. At the end, you've got those special drills. So there are 1, 2, 3 ABs. Looks like 2 shades of green and a white. And then fairy dust, you've got 6 of them here. They're the ones that start with a Z. So ABs have this special glitzy coating. They're used for accents. And then fairy dust is, and they're also used for accents, but I'm going to say more texture because they're a lot more subtle. You're not necessarily going to notice the difference between them and a normal drill until you're fairly up close. But they have this subtle glitter coating made with mica powder. They're really pretty. One of my favourites. So yeah, all your colours right there. I always like looking at this because you don't know how many you've got of all the colours, but it does show you the full range. And you can just see there is something from every shade of the rainbow and more in this kit. It's going to be super fun to work with. Okay, let's take a look at the kit. Your Diamond Art Club paintings are going to come in a branded dust cover bag like this, that final layer of protection in case your kit goes on a bit of a journey on its way to you. So if I open that up, we've finally got to the kit. So this has got Diamond Art Club's trademark soft tarpaulin backing, and I've got to say this one is super soft because they do vary slightly. This one is absolutely like velvet. It's a really nice luxurious feel. And let's find the drills. Oh, big bag of drills. It's labelled, so if you store everything separately, then you can match it all up afterwards. Personally, I like to roll everything up exactly as it came and put it back in the box, but you could probably save some space by storing things separately. And look at all those colours. Oh my goodness. So pretty. This colour palette is stunning. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, I'm going to go through these properly in a bit, but I always like to have a little peek at the kit at this point. So I'm going to roll it back on itself just to flatten it out a bit. It's going to be too big for me to show you the whole thing in one go, but I will pan over it in a little while. Ooh, I'm actually seeing quite a few patches of colour blocking in it. Interesting. We'll get to that though. So first things first, what I wanted to point out, you may just about see grey lines going through this, perforated lines. And that is marking out where there is perforations in the cover. So the cover that you have on your DAC kit is quite a thick, luxurious feeling double-sided cover. So neither side will stick fast to your painting. It will all peel off like it's supposed to. And it's divided into these 10 centimetre square sections with the perforations that you can rip, just so it's another way of sectioning your painting if you would like to use that. Right. Which way are we? Here we are. Oh, I'm in love. I'm just going to peel the cover back to flatten it a little more so you can see it more clearly. That's better. Let's do the top as well. I'm being quite cavalier here, but if you ever have to do this, do just be careful pulling the cover back because the perforations can mean that it tears. But I got away with it. I haven't always got away with it. That's why I'm warning. So here she is. It makes me think of Inside a Fairy's Dream by the same artist for, you know, pretty obvious reasons. But it really feels like a companion piece to that. I don't know if it was designed like that, but yeah, there's also just common themes going through her artwork, so maybe they're not necessarily thought of together, but they certainly work together as diamond paintings. And yeah, there is actually quite a lot of colour blocking, isn't there? Not massive patches, but there's certainly some. So colour blocking, what I mean by that is large patches where you only have one colour. So for example, these patches here, where you can get quite a few drills of that colour in your tray and whiz through them. So there's small patches of colour blocking, but quite a lot of them. So I was expecting the kit to have more confetti than it does. Confetti being the opposite of colour blocking, where you're having to change the colour in your tray very regularly, and not placing that many of one drill before you need to switch to another. But yeah, it's actually going to work up a lot quicker than I thought, I think. Let's look at that top half. So the bottom half is like really dominated by the greens for this grassy area. And then when you go to the top, look at all these colours. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I cannot stress enough how much I enjoy working with bright colours. And I always say, I don't know why it makes a difference. You're just placing drills either way, but it does. All I know is it makes a difference to me. And this has got the brightest of bright colours, so it is really fun and joyful. Wow, I just love her artwork. Anyway, I'm going to show you this in more detail a little bit later on, but I think what I'll do now is go through those drill colours. Check out these colours. I may get a bit repetitive here just because I get so excited about these things. But yeah, it is really fun. I see actually all the ABs there. There's the white, the dark green and the paler green, which is a gorgeous minty green. Ooh, lovely. Okay, let's go through them properly. So first up, we have a bag of 3021. Then we've got 995, 3845, 917, Z907. Here is the first of the fairy dust drills. So you'll probably see what I mean, that it's not kind of in your face, but there is this subtle difference to the top of the drills. They're so pretty. Then we got 938, 603, 3805, 838, 890, 3837, 3838, 319, 839, 2 bags of 911, which is a really nice bright shade of green that I don't remember seeing before, 3746, 367, 3024 and 415. Then we have 3844, 610, 434, 3847, 844, Z3866, another of those gorgeous fairy dust drills, 718, 553, 913, another really pretty and unusual shade of green, Z3608, sorry, I'm a bit of a nerd for the colours. I really like working with colours that I don't think I've had before. 912, there are in fact 2 bags of that one. 550, and here is that minty green AB, AB954. Isn't it pretty? And yeah, you can really see the glitzy bits in that. Then there's 3808, AB5200, a bright white one. 160, Z6012, 320, 2 bags. Next up, we have got 341, 3371, 3766, 722, 3850, 3856, 742, 741, 813, 6021, 6011. Lots of their in-house produced colours in this 6000 range. 3842, 796, 433, 3848, AB906, that last AB, 612, 414, Z307. We've actually had, I think, almost all of the special drills in these bigger bags, haven't we? So quite a lot of them from the looks of things. And then 797 to round off that strip of drills. 947 is next, followed by 3609, 436, 3752, 3747, 910, 318, 402, 435, 727, 951, 154, 3743, 604 and Z3849. Last strip of drills, I've got 721, 6033, 3822, 3810, 832, 161, 762, 792, 943, 891. Look at that almost neon shade. 311, 909, 437, 3705, another super bright one. 3814, 6010, 991, 3041, 803 and 818. So yeah, aside from how many gorgeous bright shades there are, there's shades that I'm pretty sure I've never worked with before, and pretty much all the special drills came in fairly decent sized bags. So I think there's going to be a lot of special drill action in this one. I'm going to pan over the kit for you now so you can take a closer look, and then I'll try and figure out where some of those special drills go. Okay, let's see if I can find any of these special drills for you. So the first AB has that squiggly symbol there. I see some of that in her wings. And a few little bits scattered through here, not a major amount. And then I see a bit in these swirls in the sky, and also in this tree over here. And then the other AB, this triangle type symbol, there's a little bit here, there's some here and here and there. It's also down here in the wings. Oh, and there's quite a lot of it here under this wing on the mushroom. And then, yeah, there's quite a bit over here as well, actually. Probably more that I'm missing as well. So they're sort of in a lot of the same places, but there's more of this minty green one, which is good because I love it. And it's in a few extra places as well. And then the white AB is next. So that is outlining her wings and a little bit her. It's these stars that you see scattered around. Some of them just one dot, some of them these bigger ones. And it's also outlining this arch up here. Very cool. Okay, so the fairy dust drills. So the yellow one, first of all. Well, it sort of jumps out. Everywhere I see yellow in the painting, I see that fairy dust. It's doing a lot of the yellow action for the painting. So it's around here and here. It's in this curve here. It's along here. It's in her wing. It's in this wing. And there's no more yellow. So yeah, lots of yellow fairy dust. H is the symbol for the green fairy dust. So that is also in the wings. It's also along this bit. Oh, I see quite a lot of that actually scattered through here and here as well. It was quite a big bag, wasn't it? So that makes sense. It's also through here and here and here. And then it's also in these trailing bits of greenery from the tree. The pink fairy dust is a little E. That is through here and over here as well. And then there's a little bit through here. I see some of it over here and also through her wing. Let's just assume all the special drills are going to be in the wing, right? Yeah, all through there as well. And I think that's about it. And then this, don't know what you call that, which is a lovely sort of tealy colour. Is of course not in her wings because I just said that, but it is. There's loads of it in the top of this mushroom. Oh, here's some. I was going to say I don't really see it anywhere else, but there is a bit here and here. But I don't think there's a huge amount of that one. And then this dash is the next AB, and that is loads of places. So this whole sort of the edge of this dreamscape, isn't it? That outlines all of that. There's some other patches, like I see it there and there. Yeah, all the way down here and around the other side a bit. There's a little patch of it there. And a little bit down here on the mushroom, sort of outlining her wing. Cool. And then the last one is a purple one. This L symbol. It's here in the base of the mushroom and a little bit over here. I don't see it through her. Through the fairy. I keep just calling her her. Oh, there's a little bit here in that purpley bit of background behind her. And then there's quite a bit of it going through here and here. Oh, and over here. Oh, there's loads of it over here actually. Some little specks of it and a bit more here in the arch. And then right up there in the top, there is also some of it there. So yeah, just like I thought when I was looking at the size of the bags, there's quite a lot of special drills in this kit, which is perfect. Like, I mean, there's just something about the really dreamlike nature of a Becca Tindol that calls for special drills. You know, really bright coloured paintings don't always need them, but yeah, I feel like hers need a little bit of extra pizzazz for that magic factor. So there it is. What do you guys think? I think this is an absolute beauty. I've loved all her pieces that they've released, but I think this is one of my favourites for a while. I love the size of it because it's not too big. A lot of them, I mean, I know it's big, but a lot of them are massive. And this is that little bit smaller. You really feel it when, you know, the drill count is under 90,000 as opposed to like 110,000, like some of them are. I love that actually it's not anywhere near as confetti as I assumed. There are large patches of it that I think will work up quite quickly, like these kind of sky background sections. But the rendering on the more detailed bits looks fabulous. I mean, these wings I think are going to look gorgeous. Wow. Rendering teams knocked it out the park again, don't you reckon? Oh, the bright colours. I know I keep saying it, but it's exciting to me. So yeah, let me know if you think you're going to be grabbing this one on Saturday. I'll just give you those release times again. So it's Saturday the 18th of October and early access is at 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time or 5 PM UK time. And then general release is half an hour later. So 9:30 AM Pacific time, 12:30 PM Eastern time or 5:30 PM UK time. Yeah. Thank you very much again to Diamond Art Club for sending this over to me. So thank you very much to all of you who have watched. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you stick around. So please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.